So welcome guys to another Resto Designs video. In today's video we'll be covering Leon's car, but before we get into that I would like to thank everyone for subscribing and commenting and liking my videos. It's much appreciated and it means a lot. Thank you very much, and hopefully I can keep on giving you guys loads of content on Mark 2s and Mark 3s. Hopefully you guys have been informed in some way, and that makes me happy. That the comments, great information, it means a lot, and thanks for the support. So let's get into today's video. Today's video is going to be covering Leon's car, the friend of mine that passed away in late November. I'm going to be dealing more with this car and try and get as much done while I'm here in the UK before I get back to Portugal and jump back onto that GTD open air project, which will have a conclusion by this year. I will finish that, as well as I will also continue with the other GTD and TDI projects and stuff like that and keep it going. So let's jump back onto this car on Leon's project. So this is a Mark II Golf. Everybody knows what this looks like. Now, it's a very divided thing: big bumper, small bumper, single grille, twin headlamp grille. I personally like the look when I built this car of the skinny bumpers with the single headlamp grille. I was limited at the time, I couldn't fit it, but even if I could, I still probably would have kept it as it is now. I think it's a look that works. So hopefully if I get enough time today, I'm going to be able to do that downpipe, and I'm going to be able to do the intercooler and the radiator. So let's hopefully see I'll be able to get all that done. I really would like to. So let's see if I can get this all done in this video, everything runs smoothly. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. I mean, small bumpers with single grille, or small bumpers with 4 headlamp grille, or is the 4 headlamp grille better on a big bumper car? Also, I actually do have a few Mark IIs around me. I do have Tim's car here, the supercharged one, which maybe cheekily I might take the grille off once I've sorted out the radiator and the intercooler on Leon's car and see if it fits perfectly. But also coming to the channel next week is this very tidy original 16 valve, which also belongs to Tim. Now I'm going to be doing some work on this. It needs a clutch, the gear linkage needs to be adjusted, the engine bay needs to be tidied up, because this car is actually going to go for sale. So I might very cheekily, because the red bit here is actually, as you can see, is coming off. So I need to remove the grille anyway to fix that for him. So I might actually take cheekily the grille off this car, because it needs to come off anyway, and I'll put it on Leon's car and see which. Personally, now my things have changed. I really do like the 4 headlamp grille, even on the skinny bumper. I think it'll work. But let's see if I can get everything done, and hopefully I can get that grille on later on at the end of the video. This is the 3-inch downpipe. This is actually from eBay. I think this is like a Toyo Sport one, or whatever they call it. This is actually for the 6K2. The 6K2 Ibiza is from, I think, 2001 to 2003, 4. It's very similar bulkhead and engine bay to a Mark II stroke Mark III. So this actually fit perfectly. It was a plug and play. It's a nice 3-inch, which, you know, these KO 3Ss and KO 4s love a nice big downpipe. So now I'm just gonna have to modify this. I have to get the grinder, take a little chunk out and change the angle slightly so that then it can clear the bulkhead and fit without touching. Okay, so I also got a dummy, an old grill that he had laying around with a few broken clips, but it's perfect to kind of see what kind of space and what I needed to have been done. So as you saw in the clip just before, it was perfect on this side. It was just really close to the boost pipe on this side. So what I've done is I've loosened off the brackets that hold it in place, and I've tilted the back of it towards the bulkhead away. And on this side, I've got a lever bar, and I've actually was able to move the bracket by easily, as you saw earlier on. It was literally right up against here, and now I've got over an inch, maybe if this is moved that way. So now I'm just going to trim the boost pipe, and it should be easily give me the space that I need. Then we'll just put the grill on again so you guys can see. On this side, I've got loads of space now. And on this side now, I think by trimming those boost pipes, I should easily have enough space to put the light unit in there. So actually with the boost pipe back on, you can see basically how close it came. It was literally sitting like that almost. So we've moved, literally, that's a 2.5 inch pipe. So we've moved over, 2.5 inches, maybe a little bit less, but that's perfect. So now I'm gonna have to trim down this one and the other 90 to shorten it, to move it upwards and give me enough space to come onto here without a kink. So a nice little trick to also get the cut. These can be quite hard to cut straight. So what I tend to do is I put the Jubilee clip on and tighten it around it, and then go by eye and get it as straight as you can, and then you literally just cut around it. Make sure that you've got brand new blades so it does a nice clean cut. Job done. So we'll start off by cutting small bits by small bits. And we can always make it shorter, we can't make it longer. Let's get in there. That's closer already. So I think now I'm gonna cut the other end off. So same again, as you saw, the cut was really nice and clean. It always helps if you use a brand new blade. Just be as smooth as you can. Nice clean cut. Okay, so this is what I cut off the pipes, off a couple of ends of them, and this is what it looks like. It's got a very slight kink here, but it's not really bad. Also, if it does have a little bit of tilt, at least it's got a bit of give in the pipe, so that's cool. So now's the moment of truth. Get the dummy grill on, and let's see how much space I've got. Okay guys, so as you can see, the dummy grill's on, and I've got more than ample space to get these spots on, and it wasn't even hard really. It was just a bit of adjustment and a bit of pressure just to move the bracket away, the mounting bracket for the intercooler, and it's giving me more than enough space. So now I need to see what I need to do with the radiator and see if I need to maybe weld up some brackets onto this cross member here, so that then I can mount the radiator further back, as well as get these little kind of locating pins to hold the radiator. Okay, so the radiator fits on one side, on this right side, because obviously we haven't moved it away, we've only moved that side away, and now this one needs to have a little bracket welded on so that I can Okay, it's not a million miles away. So this was the hole. So I was originally going to weld like a little bracket on, but then I thought if I actually use a riv nut, it means I can kind of, one, it looks neater and it's reversible, as well as it got a bit of adjustment. So that's what I decided to do. Got a riv nut, put a riv nut in there, an M8. And what I've done also is I've got this little bit of this rubber thing off the 3.5 convertible radiator. I mean, I don't know which radiator this is from. Maybe I think it's from a Mark III or something, or maybe from a caddy van or something, this radiator. But funny enough, this actually fits. I've trimmed it down and it actually fits in there quite snugly. So that's perfect. And then I had this laying around to give it a bit of a paint. It needs to be trimmed down slightly with the grinder, and it'll fit in there and it'll just hold it perfectly in place. Okay, so as you can see, I've put the bracket on, and like I said, it's giving me a bit of adjustment. So if the radiator if I'd welded it on, you'd have to get it perfect, but this way I can actually adjust it, and then once I'm happy with the position it needs to be in, I can just nip it up. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see down there. It's bolted up and painted up the bracket. Mounted up the radiator with a little bracket that I made and the little grommet from the 3.5. The radiator is very secure. The fan's mounted as well, and I just put this on just to check for clearance, and it's perfect. So the radiator's done, the intercooler's done. So that's another thing crossed off the list. So I'm really quite happy now. So we've done the brakes, we removed the wiring loom, we've done the engine mount, done the timing belt cover, and we've done the intercooler and radiator situation. So that's sorted out now, so we can fit the 4 headlamp grille on it. So as you can see, it went actually really smoothly, and I was able to do almost everything. I put the dummy grille on, it cleared. Now for the moment of truth, I'll show you it's at the end. As you can see, hold on, let me flip the camera around, and you can see I removed cheekily Tim's grille. I needed to be come off anyway, so it wasn't so cheeky maybe. So I removed that and I've put it on Leon's car. And for me, I think that definitely works. I think that looks 100 times better, and it looks like a totally different car now. Definitely starting to take shape. Probably the next time you're going to see this car actually will be, I'll actually put the textured bumpers back on and hopefully have the sticker. The arches, they're in Portugal, so I won't put those on yet. But for the moment, I'll actually get the bumpers on, because I think somebody actually wants this front bumper with the kind of that Mark I style, which is quite cool. Okay, guys, thanks for watching and subscribing. As you saw, I was able to get everything done today. It all went really, really smoothly. I'm really happy. Again, thanks for watching. Subscribe, stay fresh, and stay safe.